Alright, this is Grumpy Old Gamer. I wonder if I can hear myself. Alright, this is Grumpy Old Gamer. Alright, that seems to be working. This is my first time. I just installed the brand new NVIDIA GeForce experience. It gave me a whole new browser, or a whole new streaming software. Just in the nick of time when I was just having trouble with OBS and it wasn't working for Doodly. Gonna get into a little Aven colony today. Aven colony is out now in early access through itch.io. If you have an interest in the game and you want to try it, definitely check out itch.io. Gonna launch on into the game here. Before we get into the game, let's see what itch.io has to say about the game. Aven Colony puts you in charge of humanity's first extrasolar settlement on Aven Prime, an alien planet of deserts, tundras, and jungles, light years from Earth. Build the infrastructure, look after the well-being of your citizens, manage your resources, and guide your colony to prosperity, all while dealing with the harsh and often dangerous realities of an alien world. Features include a rich simulation of an extraterrestrial colony, including oxygen propagation, habitation, employment, electricity, and power generation, mining, crime, food cultivation, limited inventory, water, and much more. Dozens of different buildings, from simple inflatable tent modules to massive skyscrapers created from carbon nanocubes, nanites. Most of these buildings support 2 to 3 upgrade tiers. A fully functional day-night cycle which is tied to a sol on Aven Prime. A sol is the equivalent to 1 Earth week, and a night is essentially a brief winter season. During the winter season, Aven Prime freezes over and farms will not grow food, and solar panels will generate less electricity. Use 3 different types of advanced flying drones, construction drones, police drones, and scrubber drones to build, upgrade, and manage your colony. Fully player controllable game speed. Pause the game at any time or play at 1, 2, 4, or 8 times the speed. An alien infection called the Creep, which can glom onto buildings and cover them in alien technicals. Build special scrubber drones to clear the Creep from infected buildings and stop it from taking over the entire city. Additional environmental challenges include lightning storms, dust devils, toxic gas emissions from geothermal vents, and shard storms. Research, grow, process various alien plant species and foodstuffs, and decide on the best locations to place farms and greenhouses for roughly a dozen different crops derived from both Earth-based and native plant species. 12 distinct overlay modes give more information about the colony: crops, citizens, happiness, crime, air, electricity, unemployment, resources, commute, structures, drones, and water. Manufacture dozens of types of food, beverages, and an enhancement substances that will alter your system's morale and productivity. A rich morale system based on over a dozen different moral factors and regular referendum elections that will give your citizens the opportunity to kick you out of office if morale gets too low. Over a dozen social policies to influence your colonists. Discover, analyze, and use alien artifacts as you learn more about the civilization that once inhabited the world of Aven Prime. A robust mission objective system that gently guides the player to build a viable colony at the start of the campaign mode, then expands to give broader objectives towards the end game and keep the player moving. This system includes construction objectives, trade objectives, population, morale objectives, total colony size objectives, and much more. Up to 3 objectives are available to the player at a time. A unique narrative that reveals the secrets of the civilization that once lived on Aven Prime. Alright. That sounds good. Here we go with the Ghost Planet off his Illusionary Landscapes album. We're going to listen to the whole album in its entirety while we play tonight. Alright, hit Y to repair selected building. I'll probably forget that. U to upgrade building. There's some in-game controls.
Welcome to the Aven expedition. You've been granted the unique privilege of being nominated as the governor of humanity's first colony outside the solar system. This is no small privilege. And it's no exaggeration to say that the future of human civilization is in your hands. We've been in orbit for 300 hours since reaching Aven Prime, so no doubt you've had plenty of time to review the mission briefing. You'll be touching down on Vanar, which is the closest thing Aven Prime has to planet Earth. There's a great deal of plant life here, but don't be fooled. The atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide, so we'll need to keep the colony hermetically sealed. We have a small settlement here, and you will assume command upon touchdown. There are no signs of intelligent life so far, but do keep an eye out. Your mission coordinator will be Vori Markov. She and I will be monitoring your progress closely from the colony ship. Good luck, Governor.
Alright. Let's get on into this and see what we get into.
We've created this brief training exercise to introduce you to the colony governance system.
Alright, move the camera. Left click and drag the mouse to move the camera. Did that. Move the camera with the arrow key, with the AWSC key. Arrow keys are the WASD keys. Blah. Move your mouse to the edge of the screen. That works also. Rotating the camera by dragging up or down with the right or middle mouse button to tilt. Drag right or left with the middle mouse button to Q, or Q and E. Zoning and auto planning. Use the mouse wheel up or down to zoom. And click on a building to select it. Auto panning. You can automatically pan the camera by double clicking on something or pressing the home key. So let's double click on a building to center on it. Double click on the terrain to scroll to a point. Press home or F to automatically recenter. Nanites indicator. Nanites are self-assembling carbon and metallic nanostructures used to create, upgrade, or repair everything in your colony. We have added a new indicator along the bottom of your screen. This indicator is to tell you how many nanites are currently in your colony's inventory. Nanites are self-assembling. Okay, it's done. Let's go to the next one. Building a mine. Let's build a mine on top of the iron deposit beside your habitat. The 9 will cost 9 manites. You can pick up the mine by simply left-clicking on it. You don't need to drag. Left-click on it again to place. Simulation is paused. We'll need to unpause to complete the mine. Let's use the game speed controls in the lower left corner to run the simulation at normal speed. Increase the game speed to fast times 2 and fast times 4. Allow the drones to complete construction of the mine. Changing the game speed. There are other ways to change the game speed. The splash at the top of the screen will indicate if the game is paused. You can click it to unpause. You can use the 1 through 5 keys to instantly pause the game or set it through 1 through 8 speed. Each day on Aven Prime is called a Sol, but it lasts much longer than a day on Old Earth. The progress bar to the left of the game speed shows the progress of time through the current Sol. A Sol is divided into 4 seasons. During winter, the sun goes down. It becomes difficult to grow food, and solar panels generate less electricity. Aven's low oxygen environment requires us to hermetically seal the colony's internal atmosphere. This means that instead of roads, you will use air-sealed tunnels to connect all of your structures. The electricity indication in the lower right shows your current power supply and demand. Your solar panels are generating 36 power, but the rest of your colony requires 43. As a result, your storage depot is automatically switched off. All structures in your colony either produce or consume electricity. Electricity is automatically distributed through all the connected structures. Tunnels are an inexpensive way to distribute electricity, so make sure to connect all of your structures with tunnels to allow the free flow of electricity around your colony. Power shortages. If your electricity drops below demand, buildings will automatically shut off until balance is restored, starting with the most distant buildings.
Food was better on a colony ship.
Hey, Cute Otter 85. Hello, how are you doing today? Starting with the most distant building. When a building loses power, the lights at the corner of its base will flash red. As you can see, the storage depot has lost power. The mines and tunnels that we've built push our electricity demands past our colony's supply. Let's build a solar panel. This should provide enough power to keep our storage depot humming. Open the power sub-menu flashing green and place the solar panel at the location indicated. I'm doing pretty good checking out this new early access game that's on itch.io.
Man, the food was better on the colony ship.
We've added a new indicator just to the left of the nanite indicator. The number on this indicator shows your colony's population. The dial on its color indicates the colony's morale. That's how happy your colonists are. Like, as the colony grows larger, it'll become harder to keep your colonists happy.
Man, the food was better on the colony ship.
Surveillance camera mode. Now let's go meet your colonists. Fortunately for us, there are several dozen tiny surveillance cameras floating around the colony right now that will help us get a closer look.
Oh boy, another day, another credit.
Well, hey there! Greetings!
Great, now let's click on a colonist. When you select a colonist, the selection panel will appear to provide you with relevant information.
Hello, Governor.
You should now be familiar with the basics of the controls of the user interface. Continue the next tutorial mission to introduce the core
Aven.
gameplay
Hey, what's up?
concepts.
Man, have you
We've created this training exercise to introduce you to some of the advanced concepts in colony management.
First holosim showed the purpose of several indicators in your governance system. Now let's take a look at the food indicator. 238 food and storage. Food variety low. Food good. Colonists need food and water to survive. As your colony expands, you'll have more and more hungry mouths to feed. It's important to keep an eye on the amount of food and water per colonist. The food indicator shows that your current level of food per colonist is less than ideal. Food and water are stored in your colony inventory along with all the other resources you consume and generate. Let's open the colony control panel, which will show us our colony's current inventory. Colony's food and water. Let's see. As you can see, your inventory currently contains only ration packs and some rice. Mouse over any of these resources for more info. You're going to want to place a farm in the fertile area nearby. Let's start by building a line of tunnels to extend our colony toward that area. Select a farm for placement. slicks corn on the crops. Then place the farm and let drones complete it.
How come I never get a decent cup of coffee around here?
Hey there.
Greetings.
Employment overlay shows where our colonists live and work. The purple bar represents where the colonists live, and the green bar represent work sites. Colonists automatically attempt to distribute themselves among the available jobs as they see fit. As you can see, your 16 colonists currently work at a construction drone station, an iron mine, and the farm you just placed. So we have plenty of iron in our inventory and we don't need any more right now. Let's push some of our workers towards the farm by closing off unnecessary job slots in the iron mine.
Hi, Governor. What can I do for you? Hi, Governor. What can I do for you?
As you can see, the available workers have now moved to the farm, which has 5 out of 5 workers. These additional workers will make your farm significantly more productive. Special policies. While we're at it, let's reduce our food consumption. We can use the rationing social policy to force them to eat less. They won't like it, but they'll just have to deal with it. It's for their own good. Now be familiar with the basics of colony governance. You're ready for the first full mission.
Welcome to the Aven expedition. You've been granted the unique privilege of being nominated as the governor of humanity's first colony outside the solar system. This is no small privilege, and it's no exaggeration to say that the future of human civilization is in your hands. We've been in orbit for 300 hours since reaching Aven Prime, so no doubt you've had plenty of time to review the mission briefing. You'll be touching down on Vanar, which is the closest thing Aven Prime has to planet Earth. There's a great deal of plant life here, but don't be fooled. The atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide, so we'll need to keep the colony hermetically sealed. We have a small settlement here, and you will assume command upon touchdown. There are no signs of intelligent life so far, but do keep an eye out. Your mission coordinator will be Vori Markov. She and I will be monitoring your progress closely from the colony ship. Good luck, Governor. Welcome. Your colonists have been informed of your arrival and are eager to see what their leader can do for them. Your colony could benefit from a higher level of food output.
Greetings. Hola!
Another day, another credit. Hey there, good morning. Hey, what's up?
Greetings!
Athletes aren't just born. They're molded from the core. A core that's the difference maker, game changer, world shocker. Hard work makes the athlete, but the edge of a Core i7 processor makes you unstoppable.
Hey there.
Hola!
Another day, another credit.
A new mission is available.
Hey there. How come I never get a decent cup of coffee around here? Another day, another
Preacher. How's it going?
Hola.
Hey there! Hola!
A new mission is available.
Greetings.
Morning.
Hey there.
Another day, another credit.
Hey there.
Hola.
Your progress is satisfactory. I've been authorized to provide your colony with a small reward. Choose wisely.
Another credit.
Greetings.
For Pete's sake.
Hey, old geezer, how's it going? Yeah, this is this soundtrack we're listening to is my buddy Lanark. I met him on the Groupies Bundle site, and I've got a lot of his albums, and he gives me permission to stream his music while I'm streaming. I do love Lanark. He's a pretty cool guy. I love his tunes.
A new mission is available.
Another day, another credit.
Man, food was better on the college.
Greetings.
This is his Illusionary Landscape album. I think it's one of his newer albums.
Morning.
Morning.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
Food was better on the college. Hey there.
Hola.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
Oh, looks like winter's happening. Everything's freezing.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? Hey, what's up? Sure hope they're friendly.
Hi there.
Hey, what's up?
How come I never get a decent cup of coffee around here?
Yeah, the music does feel like it goes with the game. And yeah, I'm using the viewing cameras now to look around the place. I think there's a little bit of lag, at least between what I see on my screen, so I'm not sure how far behind you are with me.
I hope you're keeping the happiness of your colonists in mind as you grow your
Hey
colony.
there.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Colony ship. We have some thoughts on how to best expand your colony.
Food is better on the college ship.
Hey, what's up?
If you're just tuning in, I'm going to be playing all morning until Project High Rise comes out, and then I'll be switching to Project High Rise. I'll be taking a food break here before too long, but I'll leave the sim running so we have something to watch, because I'll be eating and watching also, but I don't like to eat on mic or anything, or on the screen.
Hey, what's up? Morning.
Very excited about Aven Colony coming out yesterday and Project High Rise coming out today.
What's up?
How come I can never get a decent cup of coffee around here?
Your colony could benefit from increased storage capacity.
Yeah, Project High Rise. It's like a tower building sim. Comes out tomorrow. There's been a lot of people YouTubing it over the last month.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
Very interesting looking game. I'm gonna be Donald Trump and I'm gonna build my tower.
Well done. I'm pleased
what's
with the
up?
progress of...
Man, food is better on the college.
Well, hi there. Morning.
Hi there.
Morning.
Greetings.
Hey, what's up?
Hi there.
Man, food was better on the colony ship.
I've consulted with Commissioner Veronica, and I'd like to make a few recommendations as to how to best serve your people.
Place an immigration center. Let's try that. Itch.io, yes. I've had good experience with it. I get a lot of Itch.io keys from groupies.com. And yeah, it does look a little Anno-ish, I think, in a ways. But I like watching the people walk around a lot better than Anno. I think it's more realistic compared to that in that way. Yes, I did get this off itch.io. So how you been, old geezer? Haven't seen you for a little while. Everything been okay? I was offline for a month or two. I was taking care of my father at end of life, and then he passed away, and I'm just getting back to streaming.
Man, food was better on the colony ship.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Food
that.
is
My
better on
condolences
collar
out to
ship.
you. It was hard enough losing my father. I can't imagine losing my wife.
Morning. Morning.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around
I have
here?
a request for you
Sure
from
hope
the
they're friendly.
inhabitants of the colony.
Hola.
Hi there.
Hola.
I'd like to recommend that you increase the amount of residential space in your colony.
Man, have you seen those flying
Hola.
creatures around here?
Greetings.
Sure hope they're friendly.
Yes, hospice was the best thing at the end. My dad was going to get stuck in a nursing home where they weren't taking care of him, and we were able to bring him home and keep him in hospice. It was a very good experience.
Hi there.
We have a new request for you, boss.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I'm enjoying the missions part. It kind of tells me what to do next. I want to get into Sandbox, but I'm enjoying the mission a lot.
Hi there.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, this looks like a really wonderful game. This is exactly my style of game. This is the style of games I love to show on my channel. I do believe it auto updates, or at least it gives you an icon 2 update when you pull it up, it looks like.
Man, food is better on the colony ship.
Morning.
Hey there.
I don't think it forces you to update till you're ready to, I'm not sure. But there is a downloadable desktop gadget for itch.io.
A new mission is available.
Man, food is better on the colony ship.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, I'm glad to see I turned you on to a new game. Definitely let me know when you buy it later what you think of it. When you get to playing it later on today. Seem to have a lot of indie games there on itch.io, a lot of really smaller games, but some of them had some pretty good ideas. Thank you for following Old Geezer Lurking. Alright, I hope to see you later when I start doing Project High Rise. I think you'll like that one too. If you have not bought Project High Rise, you really should go buy it and look at it on Steam because they'll give you a good discount that disappears when it comes out. Plus you get some items that are pre-order only that look pretty nice. Not that I'm telling you what to spend your money on, I'm just saying though, you should go look at it real quick. It really looks like a gem of a game also. Yeah, they kind of hide the pre-order bonuses in a news announcement and don't really advertise it, so it's pretty easy to overlook the pre-order bonuses. Yes, Archer, there is a sandbox. That's what I like about. That's what I hope to like about this game. I love sandboxes.
come I never get a decent cup of coffee around here? Hello, Chief. I have a new opportunity for you.
Another day, another credit.
Hey there.
Morning. Well, Aven.
Greetings. Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
Morning.
Greetings.
Alright, we just got 5 immigrants. Nice.
Hey, what's up?
Hola.
A new mission is available.
Another credit.
Gonna upgrade my energy. Get a better geothermal going.
Have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Man, food is better on the college ship.
Morning.
Greetings.
I've consulted with Commissioner Veronica, and I'd like to make a few recommendations as to how to best serve your people.
Upgrade my drone hub.
Hey, what's up?
A new mission is available.
Yeah, you don't get a Steam key. It will be on available Steam later for a lot higher price, it says.
We have a new trade mission available. Maybe it could benefit your colony.
A new mission is available. your colony could benefit from increased storage capacity.
Early next year. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for telling me it'll be next year for a Steam release. Oh, no, old geezer. Yeah, beta on what? We're talking about Aven Colony. You don't get a Steam key, but you get a full release on itch.io, but you just won't get a Steam key.
I've consulted with Commissioner Veronica, and I'd like to make a few recommendations as to how to best serve your people.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
I need your help to balance our supplies on the colony ship.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
Morning!
We have some thoughts on how to best expand your colony.
I hope you're keeping the happiness of your colonists in mind as you grow your colony. Remember, we're all in this together.
Your progress is satisfactory. I've been authorized to provide your colony with a small reward. Choose wisely.
Morning.
Hey, what's up?
Morning.
Greetings.
Hola!
The food is better on the colony show.
Oh boy. Another day, another trip.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Hi there.
Oh, they follow Twitter and looking for ideas to make it better. That's nice.
Another day, another trip. Hi there.
Hola!
lots more stuff. That's good to hear there's more stuff coming, because I think there's a lot of stuff already. At least what I've seen so far. Maybe it caps off at some point.
How come I never get a decent cup of coffee?
Your colony could benefit from a few upgrades.
Hey, what's up?
Morning.
Hey, what's up?
Hola.
Another credit.
Vori has authorized me to give you a special mission objective.
Morning. Morning.
I'm hearing reports that your colony is experiencing significant power failures. I hope you'll work to resolve the situation as quickly as you can.
Yeah, I'm working on it, I'm working on it.
Better on the colony ship for Pete's sake.
There we go.
How come I could never get a decent cup of coffee around here?
Hey there.
Hey, what's up?
Hey there. Greetings.
Hey there.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly. Hey, what's up?
Morning.
Greetings.
Just called a resupply pod beacon. Says that the governor will send me some supplies.
Can I get sponsored by Bud Light? No? Okay.
Hi there.
Hey there. Man, the food was better on that colony ship.
Hola. Morning.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly. Hey, what's up?
Hey there!
Hey, what's up?
Morning.
Man, food was better on the colony ship.
Greetings!
Morning.
Hi there.
Hey there.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Hola.
Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly. Man, have you seen those flying creatures around here? I sure hope they're friendly. Hey, what's up?
Hey there.
Hey, Chief. I got a special objective for you.
I need your help to balance our supplies on the colony ship.
Alright, let's see. Now I've got that going. Let's see if I can get power going.
Better on the colony ship.
mission is available.
What's up?
Food was better on the colony ship.
Well, we got about an hour until Project High Rise comes out. So I got about an hour and a half I'll be playing this. Just want to make sure Project High Rise comes out before I switch. I know it says five hours on the website, but the dev said it would be out in an hour, so...
Hey.
Alright, we need to build a chemical plant.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Greetings.
What do we want? Better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now!
Hey there.
Commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? What do we want? Lower crime. When do we want it? Now!
Man, food was better on the colony ship.
Hi there.
Greetings. Hey there.
Hola.
Hey, what's up?
Let me turn on the in-game music. Hold on.
I have a request for you from the inhabitants of the colony.
We have a new request for you, boss.
Hello, Chief. I have a new opportunity for you.
Oh, the in-game music's pretty good. What I was playing earlier, old geezer, wasn't the in-game music. It was my my buddy Lanark's his new Illusionary's Landscapes CD or album. I guess I built their building too close to the electric plants. Uh-oh. I've got quite a few artists that have told me I have permission to stream their music.
As you recall, the Constitution guarantees your citizens the right to vote on their colony governor. It looks like that time is upon us again.
What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't watch TV at all anymore. Except for Doctor Who, but I'm way behind on that even.
No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now.
I wonder what this symbol over the starport's about.
What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now.
Hi, boss. I've compiled some feedback to help guide you in the upcoming referendum election.
What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution! No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
I've consulted with the inhabitants of the colony, and they've given me some feedback that might help me.
No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Better commute to work! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Better commute to work! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Better commute to work!
Yeah, the protesters are getting a little annoying. I'm trying to quell them.
When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No pollution! When do we want it? Now!
There's a referendum election coming up soon, and I have some feedback from your colonists.
What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? No pollution. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now.
See you later, Archer.
A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. Want a better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A better commute to work.
ran out of food. Game over. Well, my first game is a failure. What a surprise. I usually do fail these games the first time. Even the second or third time, be quiet. Oh well. That's how it goes. This is Grumpy Old Gamer. I am coming to you live here on Twitch. You'll see the repeat on YouTube. I will upload the YouTube video. Let's see, I've got less than a half hour till Project High Rise comes out. I'm going to take a break, get a bio in, get a little bit of food, get something to drink. I will be back in about a half an hour with Project High Rise. Yes, old geezer lurking, I do like that you can fail. At first I was thinking it was just going to be easy and there was nothing to it, but evidently it does get harder, and I let my people starve. So, well, this has been Grumpy Old Gamer. Thanks for joining me here. I'll be back shortly with Project High Rise. So, make sure you come back in about, I'll probably just start streaming in a short bit, but Project High Rise isn't due to come out for about 25 minutes. So, as soon as it does, I'll be back. Thank you much.